people in our industry grabbing information, but there is no follow up or follow through. So then when it's time to talk business, we're not a familiar face to where we were at one point.
Welcome to the Trending Podcast, where we talk about things that are happening in real estate that agents and their partners can use to help them generate more leads and business. And we know it's actually working right now. So I've got Sagun and Zoe that we just did a community event collaboration. And both of you kind of like share a little bit about yourself and what this event was.
So I'm a realtor with Spyglass. I I thought it was a good idea to host a trunk and treat event because it's a way to give back to the community, just show the presence, especially the kids. When we saw like how they got all the candy and how happy that they are. So it's a giving back event, and I think it's something that makes everyone happy.
Yeah, kind of to back up what Tagun just said. I was really passionate about the opportunity to do an event like this. I'm an insurance broker. I'm new to the Austin area, and it was just a great way to meet the community and really add a face to what we both do. I think a lot of what we do happens to be a lot online, especially the insurance side. Most of the clients I meet, I just talk to on the phone. So being able to be a real person and meet people in the community, kind of add some validity to what we do, I think was really important. And this was a great opportunity to do so.
And I love that you have a real estate agent and an insurance broker pairing together to do something for the community because you don't have to do that, right? But at the end of the day, we're all helping the same people. Everybody who buys a house needs to get insurance on that house. That's just how it
Correct.
works. And so, kind of the setup here is it was at a ninja gym called Move Sport Ninja. It's a buddy of mine. We made sure that, and I didn't know if I'd be able to make it. So like the logistics of it all is kind of irrelevant. People want to be able to bring their families to go to these types of things. Okay. So the first thing is, how do you make it fun for the adults that show up? How do you make it fun for the kids that show up? And I don't even know if we talked about what a trunk or treat is. Can one of you share what a trunk or treat actually is?
Yeah, of course. Do you want to take this one? Or I can.
You can do it.
The trunk or treat, at least what I grew up doing a lot of these with my school. I think it's a great way to have a community event. Essentially, it is a trick or treat, but with your cars. So a lot of people will have their cars, hence trunk or treat. That's the trunk element. Kind of decorate your cars, and a lot of the times the kids will go from car to car or station to station and trick or treat.
And so, Sagun, as an agent, how did that benefit you? Like, what are you able to give out, or like, what was that like?
It's just exposure, right? I mean, as an agent, you don't want to be the typical standard agent that, just does home tours and all that stuff. You want to be an agent that gives back to the community, has that relationship and shows that you're more than just someone that sells home, someone that opens doors. You want to
Did
be someone that is part of the community and you want to interact with everyone in the community and just positive vibes. That's kind of
did
what I get from events like these.
did you pack any candy bags?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay,
I I I packed candy bags myself. Me and Zoe, we were helping each other set things up. And yeah, just a lot of interaction, especially with the owner as well, Andy. It was really, really good to just be out there.
yeah. Uh, do you see this being something that you can leverage for other events?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's many events that comes up, maybe like Thanksgiving, maybe, like Christmas, all these different events that comes up. I mean, you can definitely leverage these things. And I don't see enough agents doing this. I
Right.
see a lot of agents that they just go in the typical standard route and hope that everything works out. But in order to be successful, in order to, have that good relationship, you have to be out there in the community and interact and give back. I think one of the main important things is to give back to people. So that's why I like these events.
I agree. Zoe, how did you incentivize people to sign up, and how did you like attract leads? We'll say because from what I understand, it was like 95 to 100% of the people that came through signed up.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is a great question. So I think the most important thing is not only, being there, but incentivizing the kids, but also the adults, right? Because this is an event for their kids, but the adults have to participate somehow for there to be a sign up factor. So me and Sagoon, what we did, we had essentially a raffle. We had two prizes. both one for the kids that was very attractive to the kids. There were several kids kind of fighting over that prize. It was a Stanley full of candy. And then the other prize was a Yeti cooler. And this was obviously very incentivizing for the adults. And their entry raffle was their way of signing up. And that way, not only we, are able to share information and kind of talk a little bit about us, but be in communication with them and then have the raffle.
I love it. And so let's talk about the idea for the raffle. How do you think you can get that information out there to these people? You have their sign up information, you have the raffle products. What's next?
I think
Go ahead, Zoe.
in terms of what's next, I think follow up is extremely important, especially in what we do. I see a lot of people in our industry grabbing information, but there is no follow up or follow through. So then when it's time to talk business, we're not a familiar face to where we were at one point. So I think it's really important to follow up, especially in these situations. So sending a follow up email at least a week or less prior to the event, I think is really important. Just so again, like it adds the validity to who we are, and we're real people in this industry and in the community. So I think that's really important, and that's definitely something that we're going to do along with the raffle. So hopefully, we when whoever wins the raffle, that will be a second follow up.
Yeah, I love that. I think putting that on any kind of social platform,
Yes, of
sharing, like
course.
do the live drawing and, saying, hey, this person won. Like, I think one was a costume contest and the other one
Yeah,
was just being there
just
as an
Yeti.
adult, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just being there and just
participate.
participate.
Yeah, so you have a couple touch points, you have an excuse for them to follow you on social, and then you have their contact information. So now if you do another event, let's say you had mentioned Thanksgiving, you could do pies, you could do like a Christmas or a Hanukkah themed thing. There's so many more Valentines, and you could do like a father-daughter thing, like just everything. There's so much. So I feel like a lot of agents that started after COVID didn't get to experience what the industry was like prior. And people were coming together and doing those things. And COVID kind of pulled everybody apart here in the United States and especially in Texas. And so this is our chance to kind of bring things back together to the people. So I'm pretty excited for that. If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, Zoe, how would they be able to do that?
You could find me on Instagram, insured with Zoe.
I love it. Sagoon, same
For
question.
me, Sedai Holmes or the Austin Report. I know
I
Austin
love it.
Report, if you guys might already know this, but yeah, I do a lot of Austin related content, especially things like this, giving back to the community. I think people in Austin, I think it's good for them to know like we're doing these kind of events. So
I think my last question would be, and this kind of goes out to both of you, if there was a brand new agent or a seasoned agent and they were trying to get leads, is this something you would recommend as like a source for them, something that they could leverage?
yeah, totally. I think this is one of the ways where you can get face to face and actually spend time with them, right? It's not just like, I mean, you can definitely do these, cold calls. I mean, there's different ways that you can do it, but for different personalities, I think it's like if you want to be front facing and you want that, that relationship right away to kick in, I think these events just makes it much easier for that rapport building.
What do you think,
I
Zoe?
hun- I 100% agree. I would totally recommend doing something like this. Just having something that's so client facing is so important, and events like this are a great way to start.
Very cool. Well, thank you all both for spending time with me talking about this. I know it was a short one, but I think people forget that we have simple things like this that are community facing, allow us to collaborate and still generate leads. Pretty cool, right?
It's a combination of everything, right? So I would
Combination of
say
everything. All right. So thank you all again. Thank you everybody for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.